quick completion on the out. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. All right, guys, let's chat a little UNLV. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
With the catch, it's Reynolds. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Complete to the left. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A low-line drive and not his best work. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The LSU Tigers offense will go to work for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Durham. Oh, out of space. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Tigers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not much there. Picks up a couple through the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Floating away. Using his legs to buy some time. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fires to the big fella.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. He's got it on the move. What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. The Tigers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the UNLV Rebels offense will have the football first. And, David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Gets it to him on the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Let's talk for just a minute here about UNLV. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Calandria. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
That ball's on the ground. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
First game of the year, you're always worried about turnovers, right? And this guy has the ultimate nightmare on his first touch of the year. Puts the ball on the ground. He's got to be able to flush that out now. You got to get ready to go play the next play.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore. Right? They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting it back downhill, not going backwards.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Rebels back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Makes the grab. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Bruh.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 2nd down coming up. To the air. It's Calandria. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it set up on the outside. He's not going to get to the sticks, and the screen comes up a little short. It'll be fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's out past the 35. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Working that left side now. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on third down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing, great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He wants to change this route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. On the ground, it's Durham. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
He's up to 51 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And the Rebels get it past the sticks. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Quarterback running on the draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And nice job by the defense. A draw is kind of a trick, you know, get you to run upfield, but they sniffed it out, did a great job, stopped the play for no gain.
Come on, you sorry ass bitch.
By this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down.
Who the fuck is 57?
The give out of the gun. Got a little space. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Tight end now in motion. The give is to Williams. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? They'll give it to him again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He'll keep it himself. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Never a doubt. And the 1st points of the day come on that field goal. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd.
It's a running room. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they're able to get him down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback.
There he goes! They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge.
And the Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fights off a defender.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Punt is in the air. Wants to bring it back. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. The give from the gun. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They'll run for it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They needed less than a yard, really too far to kick a field goal, a little too close to punt. Really not much of a decision there.
And I really don't care where you're out on the field. 4th and inches, I like me to get inches, and I'm going.
Oh, he's got some space. There he goes. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line.
Touchdown, Vegas. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. QB draw. Running into the open space. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
And I think this is probably
It's
the
short to
most
me.
surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Power football with the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
Give me that.
It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Good gain on the return.
Yeah,
this
bitch.
defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. He stopped at the 27-yard line, needed a little bit more to pick up that first down, and now they have a decision to make. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down.
Tie the game, we're up, stupid.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
We reached the break, and UNLV is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line?
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier.
Come on, I can't get a pick.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup
Get the
of
fucking
10
arm
yards
out.
on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. To the 10. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Anderson.
You guys just like computer tackle these
Down
motherfuckers,
to
man.
14 after that grab. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone.
Motherfuckers can't cover shit.
Bengals. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
He's loose. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I just don't like the play call, guys. 2 straight runs, and you're just wasting clock. At this juncture of the game, you need to score, and you got to score quickly. Running the ball is not going to get it done.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. It's a seam wide open. Still on his feet.
Let's fucking go.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had the screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front, getting hats on hats. Kid.
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Already in a great spot to kick a field goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown would be even better. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. This is the football equivalent of throwing in the towel, or no mas, as they will concede defeat. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. He'll bring it out. It's Brown.
Let's go!
A step return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all time.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert.